Hey everyone, in this lesson, I'd like to walk you through the process of finding a freight forwarder. This is someone who arranges the entire shipping process and is knowledgeable about everything from shipping terms, customs, packaging, labeling, and so on. They essentially become a trusted partner for your business, and in many ways, the process would almost be impossible for the average person without them. So how do you go about finding a freight forwarder? Well, there are a number of places you can look, but I would recommend Freightos.com. Here, you can actually get quotes from multiple freight forwarders and see which quote looks best for you. So how this works is first, you're going to select your origin, which in this case will be either the factory or warehouse of your supplier. Then choose the country your supplier's factory or warehouse is located in, and then enter their address. The next step is to select your destination, which if you're using Amazon FBA, then you'll choose the fulfillment center option. Again, enter the country and then the address of a fulfillment center. Now, a quick note here. Technically, you don't know the address of the fulfillment center you'll be sending your products to. So I recommend just choosing one in your country to get you past this step so that you can begin searching for freight forwarders. Once you've chosen your freight forwarder to work with, before paying, make sure to let them know that you'll be updating the final destination address once you have it, which I'll be showing you how to get this in just a moment. So for now, check out this helpful website to find addresses of Amazon fulfillment centers all across the world. Just pick one close to you and enter that address. Now, the third step here is to enter your load or what you're shipping. Here you have a couple of options regarding the container that you choose for shipping. If you have enough goods to fill the entire container, you'll ship a full container load, also known as FCL. If you don't have enough goods to fill an entire container, you'll ship less than container load, also known as LCL. In this case, your goods will be shipped with other people's goods in the container also. Next, you want to fill out the rest of this information such as package type, pallet type, and dimensions, which can all be provided to you by asking your supplier for that information. Lastly, you want to fill out the value of your goods, which again will be provided to you from your commercial invoice from the supplier. Then choose whether your products are ready or if you'll be ready in a few weeks. And that's it. Once you fill out all the information, you'll be able to look and sort through the listed freight forwarders. When selecting a freight forwarder, you want to keep in mind the price, how well they communicate, whether they've worked with small sellers like yourself before, whether they've worked with importing your type of goods before, and if they're knowledgeable on all of Amazon's requirements. So, as I'm sure you can tell, using Freightos is a lot like Kayak because it lets you compare quotes from a ton of different freight forwarders all in one view. This makes it one of the best and also most cost-effective ways to find and hire a freight forwarder. However, there is another route that you can take as well, and that's by going directly with one of the largest and most reputable freight forwarding companies, such as Flexport. But do bear in mind, using a company like Flexport is typically a bit more expensive than using Freightos. With that said, I've personally been using Flexport for the past few years. The reason I like Flexport is that they have a really good user interface, and more importantly, they have great customer support. Sometimes you'll find that freight forwarding industry is pretty old school. You'll find yourself sending emails back and forth, having to call people. So I appreciate that Flexport makes it easy for you to communicate with their team inside of the dashboard. This is what my dashboard looks like. You can see we actually have goods that were shipped from China. They were picked up in Yantian, China, and you can see the entire path the ship traveled in real time. This is where it was picked up, and they took it to the final destination. I do all my communication with them right here on the platform. But like I said, because of all this added functionality, they are typically not the cheapest. That's about all there is to know when it comes to hiring a freight forwarder. If you have any questions, just let us know in the Facebook group or shoot us an email at support@freedombuilderbootcamp.com. Thanks a lot.